Hey everyone, I started this vlog with Animal Crossing sounds in the background. Hold on.
I'm a background dancer.
Hi everyone, welcome to the start of another reading vlog. It's another weekend at home because of isolation. Woo! We live in New York, if you're new here. So we haven't been leaving our house at all. And it's the weekend. It's currently Friday. We just finished up work from home. I put my computer away, which is, its new home is on top of Matilda's kennel. And this weekend, we have the same plans as last weekend in that we plan to watch a lot of TV. We have our list. We've added a new thing on the list though, Tiger King, which is just out of this world. And then I obviously hope to do a bunch of reading. We have a exciting dinner plan tonight because, you know, it's the little things. We got a steak. They're out of ground beef everywhere, so we decided to just buy the steak that was there. And we're gonna make it for dinner tonight with some mashed potatoes and some broccoli. It's gonna be really tasty and just kind of stay in, obviously. But without further ado, let's talk about the books I hope to read this weekend. So I won't lie to you guys, I read Chain of Gold, and then I read Crescent City, and I obviously still want to read fantasy, but I'm craving some romance, which you might be asking yourself, why is this your TBR? Because I can't think of anything to read, so I figured I would just fall on the heels of stuff I know I'm really gonna like. So first things first, I want to read The Queen's Poisoner by Jeff Wheeler. I started this book, and I think I'm on page, what is this? Like 35, so I'm obviously not that far. This is actually a reread for me. I've read this book in the past, about 4 years ago, and I really liked it. I never continued on with the series, so I figured this is a perfect time to pick this back up and continue on. From there, I'm kind of deciding between these two books. I'm gonna try to push myself to read this, but one of my selections is the third book in the Inheritance trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. I've recently read the first 2 books this year, loved them, and this probably will have some sort of romance component, which I'm thrilled about. Or I'm gonna pick up Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, which I'm really gonna push myself to do because it's been months since I've read the first one, and I'm frustrated that I haven't continued on, so I feel like I'm gonna read this next, but it's gonna be a weekend of fantasy novels because I don't know how else to spend my time. But that is the plan. I haven't worn makeup in like 5 days. I'm wearing a new sweater though, which is very exciting. And I am just going to do some cleaning up now around the apartment, make myself a latte, treat myself on the weekend, and then I think Clay and I are gonna watch the newest episode of Top Chef because they aired last night and I haven't seen it. Top Chef All Stars, Creme de la Creme. I did obviously watch Survivor on Wednesday and I'm still heartbroken about it. The last episode before the merge, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I was hoping that person who got voted home would make it to the end, so it's tragic. But anyway, time to do some picking up. So, bye.
I had to run to the grocery store to grab some essentials and got something for Reagan. Let's see how she likes it. Reagan.
Oh, I've never had this before. Oh, did you already have one?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. It's not as good as like traditional. Oh, that's spicier, I think though. There's like more powder. I love popcorn, so. Oh, good. Having a latte to cheers this Friday, and we have put Top Chef All Stars on, which I'm so excited about, and then I'm going to make dinner myself. We are about to watch episode 6 of Tiger King, and I have also started dinner. I'm about to season the steak and begin the searing of it. I need to turn the oven on, but I've already started cooking the potatoes for mashed potatoes. Potatoes. So this is gonna be very tasty and very easy. All right, so dinner's almost done. I just mashed up the mashed potatoes. Key to really tasty mashed potatoes, in my opinion, is I melt butter with garlic in the saucepan after the potatoes are done. And like melt the butter and brown the garlic, and I just feel like it adds a lot of flavor. And then I'm steaming some broccoli and I'm letting the steak rest underneath this little thing with butter on top. So I'm gonna let that do what it needs to do. I've never properly cooked steak before, but every time I get a little closer. So I'm hoping this is medium rare. I did the little touch test, but I honestly have no idea what it looks like underneath the hood or what's gonna happen when I cut into it, but it's resting for like 7 minutes, and then we'll be ready to consume. Bon appetit, everyone. That's like at least medium?
Medium well. It looks good though.
Oh gosh. Look at my little cinnamon roll. She is such a little cutie. I swear, I just spend my whole day just describing Matilda as something else. She's a loaf of bread. Sometimes I call her a seal. Sometimes I call her a potato. She's just so many things. She's so versatile. Anyone else just like call their dog, or rather associate their dog with literally anything if they're being cute? Like the cute version of anything? That's what I do. Hi everyone, I have ventured into the bedroom with Matilda, as you just saw, to read. Clay and I watched a good like 2 hours of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, making our way through the 6th season, so we're finally catching back up, which is really exciting. I have retreated to read for tonight. I am reading The Queen's Poisoner, which I already chatted about, but this is a reread for me. I'm actually really excited about this book because I really enjoyed it the first time around, but I honestly don't really remember much. As I've said, I've almost read 40 pages of this book. Essentially, I'm pretty sure this series, you're following one character through time as he's growing up. Similar in a way to like the Farseer trilogy. Not that they're similar in plot, at least I don't know yet, because I've only read the first book in each series. But this is a series where we follow our main character, Owen. Father basically committed a form of treason. He didn't support the king in battle, so therefore he, the youngest son, has been sent to the king to be kind of a hostage to basically prevent Owen's father from acting up again. That's kind of where I'm at. He's just really arrived at the kingdom. I remember liking this book a lot, and I'm quickly reminded why, in that Owen, our main character, is really young, at least in the very beginning. He is 8, but we're reading from his perspective. But I do feel like the author, Jeff Wheeler, does such an exceptional job of writing a childhood perspective. Owen is young, obviously, but that doesn't make him unintelligent or incapable. He has a different viewpoint, obviously, because he is a child, and in some ways his viewpoint is more valuable than someone who might be jaded through life. So Owen is just a character that you really root for and you love and you want to protect, and you also just really follow him on his own adventures, and you're just impressed by everything he does, which is a feeling I've quickly reminded myself as I've begun to reread this book, and that's definitely the piece of this book that I remember most when I read it the first time. And then I just loved Owen as a character, and I really liked how Jeff Wheeler wrote from a childhood perspective. So I'm excited to get back into this book and read more, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that this is what I'm reading, this is what I'm doing, so I'm gonna get to that right now. Good morning, world. I have gotten out of bed so late today. I slept like 10 hours and then laid in bed and read the news for an hour. Forecast of today is raining and not leaving my apartment. Per usual, but I am making myself a latte, which I'm looking forward to. Latte has been successfully made, which I am going to start drinking. But first I wanted to chat through The Queen's Poisoner, because I did read a little bit last night, and I'm gonna sit down and read more this morning. Yesterday was one of those days, I'm not gonna lie, where I could not get off my phone. Like, I took so much willpower. I would just find myself like wasting so much time being on Instagram. Like, hours would pass yesterday and I just wasn't doing anything productive. So I'm definitely gonna try to curb that today and be more productive today. Luckily it's, I mean, honestly, supposed to rain the next 2 days, so should help with my reading motivation. But I was able to read to page 90 last night of The Queen's Poisoner before I ultimately went to bed, and I am really liking this book. It's definitely interesting. There's a component that I did forget about, which was there's this thing called the Fountain Blessed, which is kind of like a magical ability within this kingdom where an individual can be exceptionally good at something and they're like blessed by the fountain. So it could be anything from being exceptional at baking bread to being a great warrior. It just depends like what you're found blessed to be. So our main character is kind of like encountering that for the first time, discovering it. I'm gonna sit down now and try to read a good chunk of this. This book's not very long. I think it's like just over 300 pages. So I feel like I should be able to read this really quickly. So I'm gonna try to read like 100 pages like right now this morning, and then I think I'm gonna make some oatmeal because that sounds really good to me. So those are my plans. I'm gonna read and I will keep you posted, and I'm gonna get dressed. That's my goal for today. Read 100 pages right now, get dressed, and eat some oatmeal. My goal for the next 3 hours. Hi everyone, so it is just raining and just kind of wasting the day away. I've decided today is just not the day for productivity and I can do the other things I plan to do this weekend, like film tomorrow, and that is okay. It's also like too dark to film anyway, but I am sitting here and I was able to read 100 pages of The Queen's Poisoner, so I am making great progress through this book. I do not have much left, so I don't foresee having any issues finishing this book today, and then I'll have read almost, well, just about 300 pages so far this weekend, which is great. And then I'll make myself decide what the next book is I want to read, which I'll probably read tomorrow. Plans for the day are basically what you've already seen, just hanging out. I think we're about to watch some more Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think we're trying to finish that season this weekend, and then we're gonna start a new show, a new comedy show, which we're really excited about. And then we also have the season finale of The Americans to watch, of season 4, so we're making a good headway in that show as well. So all in all, at least we're getting our TV in, finally, catching up on some things, which has been nice. I was gonna eat a salad for lunch, which is just sad for a Saturday, and I pivoted to breakfast because Clay's making himself breakfast and it smelled too good to not also join in. So I will eat that salad maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday, something like that. I think I'm gonna make like Greek rice and salad bowls tomorrow for dinner, and then I can just have like regular salad with that chicken I have left over on Monday for lunch at work, because I'm trying to eat, because I have a lot of salad I need to eat, so I don't want any of that to go to waste. So I'm gonna make Clay eat salad in spite if he wants to or not, and then obviously myself. We have through pretty much next week to eat it all, so we should be good there. But anyway, now I'm just rambling about salad. We're about to watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, hang out, just kind of take it easy today. I did get dressed because I haven't really the past few days, and it felt like a nice idea. Oh, my hair, I had a hair ribbon. It's on the couch. I dropped it. But I'm just wearing this oversized button-down shirt from this brand called Doin. Super cute and comfortable, and it's like ethically sourced material, which is great. Just some jeans. Very simple but comfortable outfit, and kind of springtime, despite the gloomy weather that's happening outside right now. But yeah, time to watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I will keep you guys posted on my book as I continue to read it. Ooh, breakfast is here. Matilda wants it. And we've opted for Shaws of Sunset instead. It's been a few hours. Clay and I have been watching The Americans and just hanging out on this very lazy Saturday. I also changed because honestly it was just something to do, just a task to fill my time with. So I, and it's a little comfier. I'm wearing like a soft t-shirt and a cardigan from Madewell. I've sat down to start reading. I'm gonna try to read another 75 pages of this today. I feel like this is gonna be a book I'm just gonna breeze through and finish really fast. I'm really liking it. There's been another character, so we follow our main character Owen, who I mentioned, who's like this young boy who's navigating this court life, and a young girl appears too who becomes his friend, and she's just also so endearing for a different way, and they're kind of like tag teaming, going on adventures together, and I just love reading about their antics. They're just two people that you fall in love with, and I hope in the later books of the series, like, you get to watch them grow up. I'm really not sure, but I'm really curious to find out, so I'm going to just keep on reading. I read a lot. I only have like 70 pages left of this book. It's 320 pages long, so we'll definitely be finishing it tonight, and then I'll have almost read 300 pages today.
Hallelujah.
I need coffee though.
How much did you read, Millie?
Whoa.
None.
Millie, it's coffee time. We live in like a timeless space now, so like a 6:30 p.m. coffee on a Saturday. Psh, psh, psh. No other way to live. All right, so we have officially finished season 6 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So we're gonna watch, or trying to watch the last, well, the released 7 episodes of season 7, and then we're gonna start a new comedy show. So we basically watched at the same time. like a more lighthearted show and then a more serious show. We're obviously still watching The Americans, which we finished season 4 today. We still have 2 seasons left of that show, which will take us probably another couple of weeks or 3 weeks or so. So no serious show until we're done with that. And then, but we're almost done with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so then we get to pick, I think the plan is to finish this, watch the 2 seasons of Sex Education, because that'll be pretty fast, because I don't think there's a lot of episodes there, and then finally finish The Good Place, which we love. We watched 2 years ago and haven't finished, so I think we only have like a season or 2 of that. Finish that, and then I'm gonna rewatch Schitt's Creek with Clay, because it's incredible and like exactly what you need during this time, you know? If you haven't seen that show, 100% would recommend. It's heartwarming, it's funny, and it will just like make you laugh and smile. It's like the perfect thing to brighten up your day. But right now I'm actually about to start dinner. Clay's on the phone with his cousin right now, but tonight we're gonna make, or I'm gonna make something easy. We're gonna make spaghetti, which it's funny, this is almost 3 weeks of staying home and I haven't made spaghetti yet. Which is kind of on purpose. So I was trying to get my like fresh produce, but I'm gonna make like a spicy sausage and zucchini pasta, try to sink some vegetables in there to, you know, make sure we're still getting like that nutrition. And I think I'm gonna make a side salad too, because I have all that lettuce, which I mentioned earlier. So I'm just gonna whip that together. It'll be so easy and delicious because spaghetti is like so good. I think I'm gonna use some spiral pasta, jazz it up a bit, and should be really tasty. So we're gonna make that, watch some Bravo, relax, and then, you know, jump right back into our strenuous activity of watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's crazy. I have to say, before I get started, I am someone who thrives on a schedule, and I would say sometimes the hardest part about all of this for me, well, there's a lot of hard parts, but I think like from a day-to-day perspective, one of the hardest parts for me is that there's no like change, and what can happen to me is I will lose all motivation to even do simple things, right? Like film a video or read a book. I just want to be like a blob, which sometimes that's totally fine, but for my personality, I can't really do that because it's like bad for me. I need structure, I need a plan, and even if that plan is to figure out what meals I want to cook that day, or figure out what TV shows I want to watch, or what books I want to read, schedule my day out, like 2 to 3 I want to read, 4 to 6 I want to watch TV, because obviously we don't have a lot of activities, and I know that might seem ridiculous to schedule out when you're watching videos, but for me, like, it gives my day structure, and therefore like really helps me feel productive even when I'm obviously just kind of relaxing and staying at home. But it kind of keeps my brain functioning in a much more like positive direction. So I would say if anyone is struggling with like feeling like a blob, losing all motivation because you're stuck at home and you're not really able to do anything, structure your day, even if it's like a day where it's a day off. Like obviously Saturday I'm not working today. It might help a lot because it's personally helped me. Like if I have a schedule that I can kind of follow, it brings a lot more calm to my life. But anyway, I'm gonna start dinner now, but just wanted to give that helpful tip and trick if you are stuck inside like Clay and I. It might help you out a bit, so it's helped me anyway. So I'm gonna get started on dinner now, and I will show you the process. All right, so this is the easiest dinner ever. And I'm also the queen of sneaking in vegetables into things. So I've cut up some spicy Italian sausage. It's pre-cooked, and I'm gonna fry it up with some onions. I like to get the pre-cooked sausage really crispy. I think it makes it taste a bunch better. I'm also gonna put spinach and then a whole zucchini in this as well, just to get some vegetables. And then I have my pasta sauce from Trader Joe's. I'm only gonna use half, because I basically have enough of this to make this twice this week, so I'm gonna make the same meal later this week as well. I'm also just gonna finish up 2 of these open bags of pasta that I just had laying around, so I'm gonna have half whole wheat penne and half squiggly guys. So I'll finish those up, and then I'm gonna make some Caesar salads as a side, because Caesar salad is delicious. And it'll use up some of this giant tub of lettuce I bought. When you do online grocery shopping, sometimes it's hard to know like how big things are. This arrived, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna eat salad so often. And then Lysol, perfect thing to, I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's what I'm making. Should be good. And I'm just gonna start sauteing the sausage and the onions now. So I like to get the onions nice and golden brown and the sausage like toasted. And now I'm gonna put in the zucchini and the garlic. And then I'll mix in the sauce. It's gonna be good. Pasta's boiling. This is like the easiest dinner ever. In a bon appetit. I made so much. I never know how much dried pasta turns into real pasta. Or cooked pasta. It's always real pasta. But you know what I mean.
Imposter.
It's an impasta. Anyway, time to eat. Hi friends. So dinner is consumed and I am freshly laundered. I even did a hair mask so my hair feels really soft. I'm trying to style it less and let it be a little healthier, like my skin, you know. Again, trying to find silver linings and not being able to leave the house. Clay and I have just been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I would say we are officially been binging. We just finished season 6. We started season 7. We're almost entirely caught up, which is exciting and a little sad because it's always nice to have. Clay always makes fun of me because I never like to finish shows because I always like to have shows in my back pocket kind of thing. Because like once you caught up, you're caught up.
She hasn't seen the end of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so it's just like it's
stopped
always
with
there.
one season left.
It's like
what happens? Was the bad broken? Did good?
I don't know, but I always have it in my back pocket for things like this to watch now. I'm always prepared. It's like, oh, what to do? Like all of a sudden we have to spend the next 3 months inside. I'm like, well, we can finish Breaking Bad, catch up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, all sorts of things to consume our time with that I've just been saving for a rainy day. This is the ultimate rainy day. But anyway, though, we're catching up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and we're almost there, and then we're gonna start a new show, which is also exciting. I whistled?
You're like, shh.
It's because of my big teeth. Anyway, we're gonna start watching now. Great news, everyone. After 10 plus episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, we can cross it off the list. Well, I already did cross it off the list, but it's crossed off. So now it doesn't look like we've made a lot of progress, but because we've only watched one movie, but this was a lot of episodes consumed, okay? So, progress. We should maybe watch a movie tomorrow, Clay.
Yeah, or 3.
No, because we still gotta do the Americans. We gotta make more progress. I love a list. Now I'm gonna go read. You can play Call of Duty. When it gets late at night, when I talk, sometimes Millie will just sleepily wag her tail just to acknowledge that I hear her. Right, Matilda? Millie? Yeah? Do you hear my voice? Even though you're totally asleep right now? I'll leave you alone. Oh, that's a much more... So just leave me tail wag. Alright, so probably after 15 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine later, I would say a very successful binge watch of that show today, so pretty thrilled about that. You know, I'd say that is right on track for what I wanted to accomplish this weekend. But I'm going to pick up The Queen's Poisoner by Jeff Wheeler. I have about 90 pages of this book left. It's a really fast read, so I think I should be able to finish this night before going to bed, and that way I can pick up a whole fresh book tomorrow on Sunday, and then I'll have like 290 pages read of a book, which I think is really exciting and really where I want to be for this reading weekend. So far, I'm really liking this book. I think my star rating will probably stay the same. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars the first time I read it. Its strength is definitely in its characters. Owen and Evie are just so lovable, and again, I think I already spoke to how well I think Jeff Wheeler is at writing child characters. I think they're smart and like very endearing and naive, but intelligent and like very capable children, which I think just comes across really well in his stories. The world is pretty small. It's like isolated to just this castle almost, which again makes sense as our main characters are young 8-year-old children. But inadvertently that kind of makes the story scope a little smaller. I obviously have basically the final overture of this book left, like the big reveal, which I honestly can't remember, so I'm going to sit and read it right now, but I just wanted to let you know that my feelings are generally about the same. But I'm also excited to continue on with the series because I've only read the first book, so I'm excited to read beyond because I do really like Jeff Wheeler's writing a lot. But I'm gonna get started now. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Good morning, world. Coffee. I'm so tired this morning because I slept too much. Such a struggle, but I finished my book, so that's really exciting. I've read almost 300 pages so far today, and I have a whole day left. I think I've read like over 6 books this month. Very proud of myself. Just filmed a video, and so now I'm gonna edit and upload it right now, and then I think we're gonna make some breakfast tacos, and then I'm gonna do even more reading and maybe watch a movie today. Another gloomy day in the neighborhood, but you know, that's not gonna stop me from making hashtag content. All right, exciting news. I am uploading my video right now, and it is a little after like 1:30, so I'm all set for the day in terms of like, this was like my major goal for the day, so I got that out of the way early. I think Clay and I now are gonna make our breakfast tacos and sit right there and maybe start a new television show, you know, exciting times in the Reagan and Clay household. Also, I did get dressed for the day because I had to film. I'm even wearing eyeliner. It's been a while since I put eyeliner on, but I'm wearing this Madewell tie-dye sweatshirt, which I got about a month ago and I really like. These jeans from Madewell, which I've had since sophomore year of college. They are the best. And then Halloween fuzzy socks, because who even cares what time of year it is? All right, step 1 to breakfast tacos is cut up a bunch of potatoes, and I'm actually gonna microwave them before I transfer them to brown in a skillet. Speeds up the whole cooking process. I think I'll cook them for like, I think it's like 5 to 7 minutes in the microwave. It's a good hack. Step 2 is after you microwave the potatoes for a little while. I did 7 minutes. Put them in a skillet with onions, and then I added a little more salt and pepper, and I added some cayenne too for some spice. For here, I'm gonna heat up my refried beans, and it's gonna be so tasty. And voila, an absolute Texas breakfast staple. I did bean, cheese, and potato. That's my favorite. Clay's gonna do bean, cheese, and potato, but he's also scrambling up some eggs and some bacon for an egg and bacon breakfast taco, and you just top it with salsa. This might be a new thing for some of you guys. I don't know. I don't know how far reaching breakfast tacos are, but they're simply the best thing to make. So you should try it if you've never had it before. Clay's over there making me a cup of coffee, but we have just been sitting here watching the Americans post breakfast tacos. It's an incredibly gloomy day. I honestly snuck filming my video in because it ended up getting a lot darker. So we also lit a candle, just having a nice relaxing Sunday. I think we're gonna watch a movie later. I also think we're gonna try to dust the apartment, you know, get some cleaning in. And if you're wondering where Matilda is, she's right here. But yeah, I still need to figure out what I'm gonna read. I'm kind of feel like reading a romance. Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out later though, and I will be doing some reading today as well. When you're just trying to do some picking up, some vacuuming, but then your dog hates the vacuum, this is what happens every time. Thanks for protecting us, Matilda. We appreciate it. All right, we just dusted down like everything in our apartment, Windexed everything. I know it's still like kind of messy. Clay just left his clothes out here, but we just have a lot of stuff, so there's only so many places to put things. This is a task for a different day, but we also cleaned the bedroom. I vacuumed and dusted and all of that, so it's obviously we have a lot of things, but at least it's not dusty anymore, which is really, really nice. Now I'm trying to figure out what to read. Also, this is my greatest shame. This is my book pile. Of all the books, I don't know where to put. The struggle. But anyway, I really need to figure out what to read. I really thought I was set on the N.K. Jemisin and or the Royal Assassin, but all of a sudden I feel like romance. I was thinking maybe The Dangerous Alliance, which could be really cute. Bringing Down the Duke. I'm honestly leaning towards Dangerous Alliance, which is like a Jane Austen historical fiction romancy kind of novel. I just want something really light and fun, so I might grab that. Also, I've officially transitioned over from my daytime comfortable clothes to my evening comfortable clothes, which still includes my Halloween socks, but aka I just took my jeans off and put sweatpants on. These are from Madewell, and I got them on really big sale, so I'll see if they're still available and I'll link them down below. I have these in 2 colors. The navy ones I have are also these from Madewell. They're really comfy. But anyway, I need to do some Goodreads searching to figure out what book I want to read next, because we're planning on also still watching a lot of TV tonight, so gotta make my decision. Hi everyone, so I have retreated to the bedroom to do some reading with some hot Cheetos. Clay's playing Call of Duty in the living room with some of his friends, and I wanted to get some reading in before dinner. I did, as I mentioned, finish The Queen's Poisoner last night, which means I've read 290 pages so far this weekend. All in all, I really did enjoy this book. I would give it the same rating as I did previously. That is entertaining. I thought its strength was in its main characters. Owen was so endearing and lovable. You just kind of wanted to give him a hug, but he was also so capable. I'm really curious to see how the world continues to grow. I really feel like the first one was really foundational, and I'm sure the book is going to pick up and we'll follow Owen as he gets older. And I do have the second book in the series, so I hope to read that soon and to continue on, because I think there's a lot of books in this world. But I have also finally decided what I want to read next. I'm actually going to pick up Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. This is a historical fiction romance, and I believe it follows a young suffragette in the Victorian era. And her group of friends are obviously trying to advance women's position in society, despite everyone around them trying to stop them. And I think she meets a rogue duke, and there's a romance, a will they won't they, and it's supposedly really fun and cute and lighthearted, and it sounds really entertaining. And it's I think this is going to be like a longer series, because this is part of the League of Extraordinary Women. And I think it follows a lot of women falling in love with a lot of rogues, which, say no more, interested. So I'm gonna check this out. It's not super long either, and I'm hoping it's just lighthearted and fun and addicting. I just want something that's cute and romantic and sweet and all of that. So I'm gonna pick this up, and I'll let you guys know what I think as I get more read. Hi, so I have read 20 pages of this book, and I can definitively say already that this is exactly what I wanted to read. We follow our main character who her father has died, and now she's kind of in the care of her cousin. Because she's a woman, she couldn't inherit anything, obviously, so her place in society is very perilous. She's also 25 and unmarried, so she's already considered a spinster. At the beginning of this book, she essentially applies to go to Oxford, and she has to like convince her very conservative cousin to let her go. She does, so now she's there. And the reason why she's able to go to Oxford is because she applied through a suffragette society to get a grant to go. So now she kind of has to partake in their pamphlet, like the cause, you know, she has to hand out pamphlets and stuff like that. Again, I'm only 20 pages in, so that's where I'm at. And she's already met some friends, whom I love. And two, she's already met this duke. And how they've met is he came outside of Parliament. He accidentally almost knocked her down, grabbed her arm, and like helped her. He had icy blue eyes and a rude voice, and then he stormed away. It was great. And on top of that, she's already been warned by her new friend, because this duke divorced his wife after a year, kept her dowry, and made his old wife disappear entirely. So we got a bit of mystery. He's got a little bit of drama surrounding him, but our main character sees an opportunity because he's so powerful. If she can convince him for the cause, then they can use his political influence to sway everyone else. So, I mean, how could you say no to this? It's amazing. I hope they make this into a TV show, because I would eat that up. But anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. I love it. Snowden Manor. So much tension with eye contact. You know, like, I love historical fiction novels like this, because like I just read Crescent City by Sarah J Maas, which is like a whole nother type of sexual tension. But in this book, it's like people accidentally brush fingertips, and it's like gasps and long glances and side saddle horseback riding. It just gets me every time. I flippin' love it. Honestly, I feel like this might be a rabbit hole I'm just gonna go down, and hopefully there will be lots of books for me to read that are like this, because I'm having a blast right now. This is so much fun. I love it. The dialogue, the banter, the hatred, the hate to love. Oh my god. It's just everything one could want in this story. It's so entertaining. Mind you too, part of the scenario of this book is this woman, she's part of the suffragette society, as I mentioned. They're basically trying to get a bunch of information of various like men in society, so they can try to changed their position on allowing women to vote. So she's kind of been tasked to get information about this duke, and they hate each other. So she's writing like this report about him, and I'm just like eating it up, eating it up. Wow, couldn't have asked. This is exactly what I wanted. It was even better than I thought it was gonna be. It's written in the way that I love to. Like, it's written old school, like not old school, like it's not, what am I trying to say? The writing style, the word choice, and the dialogue fits the time period in which it's in. I was worried it was gonna have like more modern dialogue for some reason, and it doesn't. It's really great, and it's transportive. There's about to be a party. They're snowed in. Did I mention that they're snowed in a very fancy manner? I don't know what else to say except that I'm thriving right now. Truly and completely thriving. Obsessed. Incredible stuff. All right, so I'm taking a break from reading and starting dinner. I'm making really easy falafel rice and salad bowls. So first things first, gotta cook the frozen falafel. I had a lot of leftover falafel, but time to cook.
That's good.
While the falafel is baking, I sauteed the rice with some garlic and olive oil, and I just added water, bring it up to a boil, put it down on low, cook for 20 minutes, and then they'll be done at the same time. And then this is such an easy dinner. I don't have red onion, so I have to use white onion, but I do have some cucumber, some hummus, some feta, and I'll make a little salad to put on top. It should be pretty tasty. And dinner is ready. It's literally just that rice, that crumbled up falafel. I did lettuce with lemon and olive oil, salt, pepper. I cut up some cucumber, hummus, and feta on top. Super easy, filling, vegetables, all that shenanigans. So I'm gonna go back to watching Netflix now, but just wanted to show this guy off. All right, so Clay and I just wrapped up 3 hours. We watched 3 episodes of Sex Education, and we're both liking it so much. It's so endearing, and you so quickly fall in love with all the characters. I don't know, it's like nothing. It's like a teen show I've never really seen before. Anyway, though, I do think it's like a really fresh and original show. I have now retreated into the bedrooms. I'm going to keep reading Matilda. Matilda wants under some blankets, so she is pawing me. Let's see what I have to deal with. But I have done my skincare routine. I'm fully moisturized, and I'm ready to settle in for the night and read now before going to bed. I'm definitely breaking out right now. Definitely got a few more pimples on the old face. The normal is probably because I'm eating more chocolate than normal, but like during these times, more chocolate is necessary and my skin can just deal. But yeah, I'm going to pick more of this book up. I'm loving it so much. I'm worried I'm going to stay up till like 3 a.m. reading this because it's everything I love. I don't read a lot of romance or contemporary or anything like that, but when I do, I definitely like it to be more on the lighthearted scale, not even like pure romance, like definitely more on like the rom-com arena, you know, like quirky, fun, ridiculous, but just like puts a smile on your face. And I feel like this is like a rom-com, but a historical fiction rom-com, not like a straight up historical fiction romance. And I definitely don't have enough experience in any of these genres to say definitively with what I'm about to say, but I feel like anytime I've read a book set in historical fiction, it's more romance, I guess, like more serious. But this has just like a lightheartedness to it that I find so endearing, and I'm really liking it a lot. In fact, please, if anyone knows any other books like this, can you let me know? Because I have already tried to do a bunch of Google searches, but it's just like, I know a lot about fantasy and I know nothing about rom-com romances set in the historical era. I feel like there's a lot of books like this in contemporary like literature, like set in contemporary times, which I definitely think I might check out, and I own quite a few of those because I've gotten them over the months. But I particularly am interested in seeing if there are more books more in this historical setting like this. But man, I hope this is a trend. I know she's coming out with another book, so I just hope she writes like 1,000 of them because I love them. They're so much fun. I know I'm already like touting about this book so much, and I've only read 100 pages, but like I just feel it in my heart, and I hope Netflix adapts it because it's just like, it's so cute. It's so everything I love. And anyway, I am going to get to reading now and get ready for bed. Well, I'm already ready for bed, so I guess other thing left is to get to reading. Now I'm rambling. Okay, goodbye. Hi, it's me. It's very late. I cannot put this book down. It's so good. And I just hope that there's just endless amounts of these books. You know? Like, endless. There's about to be some fireworks. Very literal, emotional fireworks, you know? Both at once. I'm so tired. Hi everyone, and welcome to the end of the vlog. The next day, I just wanted to pop in and wrap up everything I was able to read this weekend. I ended up reading over 500 pages, which I am thrilled about, so I'll just quickly speak to it now. So first things first, I read the last 290 pages of The Queen's Poisoner by Jeff Wheeler. This was a reread for me. I enjoyed it, same rating. And I'm definitely going to continue on with the rest of the series. It was like a really solid classic approach fantasy book. It was like, I can only describe it as classic, like the setting, the castle, the politics, how it was even written, like the tone of the wording and everything, like very classic. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But then from there I picked up the star of the show, the book that has now sent me on a total spiral, and I feel like I'm going to fall into the unknown world of historical fiction, rom-com, romance novels, because I've never really read any of them before until this one, and I'm loving it, and I need more. And there's like, apparently, I've been reaching out to all sorts of people on Instagram and stuff, and I've gotten a lot of great advice, but there's apparently a whole like feminist, less problematic tropes of this genre, and so I have so many good recommendations. But anyway, so I ended up staying well past 1 a.m. last night, reading Bringing Down the Duke, and I read over 200 pages, 223 to be exact, and I'm loving it. It's like the perfect mix of like steamy and romantic and angsty and ridiculous. I didn't even know, like I knew books like this existed, I just like never read them. It's bringing everything I love about contemporary rom-com, but in a historical setting, which I definitely think is like more entertaining for me because I love fantasy, because usually the romance novels I read are like fantasy books with romance, and this kind of has the court element of that, but like it's just historical fiction. There's no magic. Not that there couldn't be magic, that would be cool too. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm loving this so much. I'm having so much fun. It's the absolute perfect distraction. It's like, it's just like, I've been wanting TV shows like this, and I didn't even know books like this existed. I'm having a grand old time. But anyway, so those are all the books I read this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon with another video soon. Goodbye.